Hello, everybody. It's time for another Chuck Chat. It's October 28th, 2020. You should be able to see my screen at this point. Let's get started. We always get started with a little humor. I'm off to jump in a big pile of leaves and hide there until the election's over. I feel the same way. Enjoying the lovely trees takes your mind off the fact that in a few weeks they'll just be giant sticks. I love a brisk fall breeze, especially when the leaves blow into the neighbor's yard. COVID-19 in Westminster, just an update. We have no active resident cases of COVID-19 and no active associate cases at this time. COVID-19 tracker analysis I'll show you in a moment. We are still continuing to plan for reopening phase 2, which will begin Wednesday, November 4th, which is coming up quickly. That's next week. Please continue to follow precautions. If we present with cases of COVID-19, we may need to shut down again. COVID tracker analysis for Texas, you can see that we are still plateaued near 4,000 cases. And then we are, as a state, well above 800,000 cases total, and we're still red hot. However, Travis County has been doing fairly well. It's trending up a little bit right now, but cases at Westminster, again, have been pretty good. 10 cases since this all began, all have recovered. Most had little to no symptoms or light symptoms, mild symptoms. We had 15 cases amongst our associates, all have recovered, and total tested year to date has been 2,214. And that's an infection rate of 1.36%. We have been testing healthcare, of course, weekly for the last several weeks. Please do wear your mask like this. Make sure that you're covering your nose and your mouth. Don't wear your mask below your nose. Make sure it's covering your nose, and don't wear it under your chin. Please make sure you wear it correctly. You should have received an information sheet, two-sided, I believe, looks like this, about reopening phase 2. Basically what it's telling you is we will have staff resident-led activities increased to 20 or less, some limited indoor activities for up to 30 in Harrisville Hall, but we'll have sign-up sheets, social distancing, and masks must be worn. Up to 50 for outdoor activities. The Laurel Dining Room will reopen to 50% capacity. That's about 70 people, 68, I think exactly, with social distancing in place. Visitation increased to 2 per day as available, and that can be 2 visitors per visit. Designated locations only, by appointment only, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. through November. And that's as appointments are available. Hopefully in December, we'll open that up to have visiting hours until 8 p.m. Limited service providers are allowed for independent living residents with appointments set through the resident services office. So if you have a service provider that you need to come in and help you in some way, contact the resident service office and schedule that appointment through them. Question and answers. Are we allowed to meet with family members in our apartments? No, visitation is allowed in designated areas only. Appointments to visit should be scheduled through the reception desk. Another question, what is the procedure for visits with Arbor residents now that cold weather has made outdoor visitation inappropriate? Hopefully that won't last long, but there are designated spaces inside for use when needed. Just contact the Arbor receptionist and they can get that scheduled. What is our meal program going to look like? How is seating going to be handled? When is the Laurel Dining Room opening for sit-down dining? So I covered a lot of that last time I had a chat, but I'll do it again. Our Laurel Dining Room will reopen to 50% capacity on November the 4th at 11 a.m. with social distancing standards in place. The hours of operation will be 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. The last seating will occur at 7 p.m. We will continue to provide meal delivery to your homes. There will be no buffet going forward and no self-service. This is necessary due to the possibility of cross-contamination and COVID precautions. There will be a limited menu to start, which we will expand over the next few weeks as we ramp back up to serve in our restaurant. Continental breakfast will continue to be delivered to apartment homes. And the following slides were prepared by the Food and Beverage Department to address the reopening. So again, they're just repeating what I've said. November the 4th, 50% capacity, which is about 68 in our dining room at one time. This reopening comes with new dining procedures that all residents will be required to follow in order to maintain proper health and safety precautions to prevent the potential for spreading COVID-19. When the Laurel reopens, we will still be offering a weekly delivery menu for residents who choose to dine in their homes. There'll be some information coming out from Food and Beverage to cover that and how you'll handle reservations. We are wanting to create a flexible system to meet the needs of the residents. We want to encourage residents who would like to get out of their apartments to adopt a blended style of dining, which is basically a mix of delivery and dining room attendance. You have the option to do either or both. What dining will look like in the Laurel, residents will be required to make a reservation for their dining times. When making a reservation, residents will have the option of making a standing reservation for any date and time frame that suits their needs. So if you're wanting to eat down there every day at 6 o'clock, you can make that reservation. If you want to eat in the dining room on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon, you can do that. If you want to make a one-time reservation, you can do that. Reservations are up to 4 people only. That's all that's allowed to sit at a table for the social distancing standards to be met. In order to ensure that all residents who choose to dine in the Laurel can be served, all reservations will be a 1-hour time frame. I know that this is difficult, but we really need to limit it to 1 hour. We understand that you may want to visit, but you can do that with your mask on in other locations. There's many wonderful, beautiful locations located around the campus to visit. Reservations will be canceled if the party doesn't arrive within 15 minutes. We will only be taking reservations for parties to a maximum of 4 residents per table at this time. Once you have made your reservation, you'll come down to the Laurel and you will be required to check in with the host, who will go over the rules of dining in the Laurel. To make or modify a reservation, please call 512-600-7331. All residents must wear their mask at all times in the dining room unless actively eating or drinking. This rule will be enforced. All residents will receive a one-time use menu, which will be recycled after each meal. All silverware will be sanitized and pre-rolled. All glassware will be brought to the table as needed. All salt, pepper, and condiments will be brought to the table upon request. All tables and chairs will be thoroughly sanitized between each use. So it's not going to be preset anymore. Basically, the only thing that will be on the table is tablecloth and a beautiful centerpiece of some sort, but they'll be bringing the items to you as needed. Residents may not join other residents at a different table once you have been seated. You must only dine with the party you have made a reservation with. And that's really just to keep the social distancing standards in place. All the chairs have been placed in the dining room and spaced accordingly. So please do not move chairs. We understand that our community is a very social and friendly environment, and we love that about Westminster. However, we ask our residents the understanding of these requests as we adapt to this new dynamic. I will be having a town hall meeting scheduled for Monday, November the 2nd at 1 p.m. It will be a virtual meeting, as a hosted Zoom meeting. So if you're interested in that, we'll be sending out invitations shortly. Can you introduce us to the new Assistant Plant Operations Director and Security Manager? So I did not have the Assistant Plant Ops Director's picture last time, so I do this time, and his name is Brent Austin, and you can see him right here. And then Mario Alejandro is our Security Manager. Both those guys started a few weeks ago, and they're really doing a good job. Will Westminster still be switching to phase 2 on November 4th, even if the number of cases is rising in Austin and Travis County? And that does look to be the case. Yes, we're going to continue to move through to phase 2. However, Our numbers at Westminster will determine our phase. If we have an increase in COVID-19 cases, we may revert to a previous phase. Please, please follow all precautions that we've set forth. Please wear your mask, please social distance, please abide by the precautions that we have in place, even when you're out in the community. Just to give you a little construction update, again, you should have links to this. If you don't, please contact reception and we'll be happy to provide them to you. You can see that we're continuing to dig the hole for the Carlisle building. We're about halfway down. We've got a long way to go yet, but we're making progress. In the Windsor infill tower, they have dug out most of that. You can see where the tunnel used to be that connected to the Windsor parking garage. That's been removed. And we're preparing to start with building up this tower. And it'll be, butted up against the pool, and it'll come into contact with the Windsor building on the south side. A little bit about the construction timeline. So you can see that we continue mass excavation, soil nail shoring, and all of that on the Carlisle building this is the 6th of November. And then we're doing a lot of fire pump conduit running, electrical conduit running in the Windsor building, preparation for the Windsor tower. We're working on the pool area windows this week. So the pool area is shut down for a few days, should be reopened on Monday the 2nd, I believe. They're working on north garage wall, pool stairs, retaining walls, north wall. The first week of November, they're running conduit and preparing work on the 3rd floor of the Windsor in the assisted living to prepare to convert those apartments to independent living once the Carlisle is finished. We're doing that work ahead of time. We're continuing to drill and pour piers for the bridge. That is to connect the Preston and Windsor building, and I'll show you a picture of that design, the blueprints for that. And then the temporary walls are being finished in the areas that they've been built. Another question that I've gotten, there's a great deal of interest in the Windsor expansion infill. What becomes of the art and exercise rooms, and how will the infill building connect to the Windsor? At the northwest end of the Windsor, which floors will be connected to the Carlisle, and will current Windsor residents facing the courtyard be impacted? So I'll attempt to answer those questions in these coming slides. You can see that they put up barricades and we're no longer able to use this drive. That is so that they can complete work on this bridge that connects the Preston building to the Windsor Commons area, and it'll be a direct connection, so you won't have to walk around the entire area to get through there. So that's on the back side here that they're working on right now. And so this is what the project looks like with the infill tower being built here. And this area has a lot of amenities that are going to be coming. And then this is the Carlisle building north of the Windsor that will connect through here on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors. The Windsor Commons will connect to the Windsor building 1st floor once this infill is built, and this is 1st floor. And then as you go up, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, and 5th floor, they only connect to the Windsor building. The pool negates any connection on the upper floors. So it only connects on the 1st floor. Let me show you a little bit of that. So this is the garage level, the ground level of the infill tower that's being built. And there is no access on the back side. There is only access through the Windsor parking garage that we currently have. We're adding additional parking, about 15 spaces, that will be below the Windsor tower. The pool stays in the same location. We are moving the locker rooms and the fitness room, as well as the art studio. Try to show you a little bit more here. This is the Healthy Options Cafe. This is the bistro currently, and then the Healthy Options Cafe. The bistro moves out from its current location, takes up some of the courtyard, and everything gets pushed north. So we have a corridor that wraps around the restaurant as opposed to going through it, and then a connection hall. This is the bridge that's being added on the back side of the bistro kitchen that will directly connect from the Preston to the Windsor Commons, so you can get to the pool. There will be a door added at this location. And then there's bathrooms and locker rooms located along here. And I'll show you, it's also got some outdoor dining and some additional amenity spaces. As you go past the bistro, there's a wellness lounge, and then Robin's Wellness Office will be located here. The corridor goes here, and then you come across the Wellness Lounge and then go farther west, and then you will see the group exercise room that we're getting with this expansion. This will seat about 45 people, and that will replace the fitness area that we currently have, and that all the exercise space will be dedicated to exercise, so you won't have to use Harris Bell Hall anymore for group exercise. We get a new beauty salon that's located here. We also get a massage room, screening room, and then a really nice new gym that's located in this area. And if you keep going down the hall, on the right-hand side is a rehab space, which will be moving from the second floor of healthcare to this location. And then we also get a new wellness clinic. It has a waiting area and then 4 exam rooms. And if you keep going north and you come across an elevator that connects the tower to the rest of the building and campus, and you keep going further, and that is skilled nursing down this first hall, the first floor. So there's a little bit better example of what I'm talking about, just a little bit better layout. You can see the group exercise room is here. The beauty salon is here. The nurse practitioner clinic, the wellness clinic, is located here. There is an elevator and a vestibule. And then the wellness lounge is located here. The new cardio strength gym is located here. The screening massage room is there. Then the rehab area is all of this space. And this immediately connects to the first floor, which will be our rehab suite. So all healthcare units. As you go up in the tower to the second floor, through the elevator or taking the stairs, these are all independent living apartments. On this floor, you can see 5 independent living apartments. It butts up against the pool, so there is no connection on this level to the commons. There is a connection on the second floor, but this is healthcare once you go through these fire doors. And then on the third floor, it connects to the Windsor building. Again, the tower does, and that is independent living apartments over here. And these are all independent living apartments as well on the third floor. Fourth floor and fifth floor are all the same. There's been some concern about, let me go back, about the residents that are facing the courtyard and whether or not their views are going to be impacted. To a degree, they will be slightly, because they won't, once the tower is built, they won't be able to see west. But we have maintained their balconies so that they can still use their balconies. We pulled in the building at this location so that the residents that have balconies would still be able to use them. And that's the case on the 4th and 5th floor. This is a site plan once it's all completed. Again, the Preston is here. It has a little bit better connection to the common space. And then the pool, of course. The infill tower is located about here. This is the current Windsor. You can see the courtyard changes shape just a little bit. Our oval becomes flat on one side. And then this is the Carlisle building that's coming, has a huge parking garage beneath it. And then it does connect between the Windsor and Carlisle with a bridge that's on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors. Picture or layout of the Carlisle building on the 1st floor. You can see the lounge, the lobby for independent living. There's an assisted living lobby, independent living dining room. So this is going to be the new restaurant. There's the cocktail lounge located here. There's a mail room, bathrooms, motor cart storage. And then if you go back down this hall, this enters into the assisted living. This is all kitchen space in the gray area and a staff lounge, break room. Assisted living dining is here, and there's household areas. All of this is assisted living 1-bedroom units. I think there's actually 1 2-bedroom unit located on this level. This is what we think the lounge will look like, just to give you an idea. And then the dining area will be much like this. So the restaurant. And then as you go on the 2nd floor, this is all memory support. So all of these are 1-bedroom units with their own baths and showers. All this 2nd floor is memory care, memory support. It's an assisted living, memory care, memory support. As you go up to the 3rd level, you can see that on the left-hand side, so facing the Windsor, is the 3rd level of independent living. So it's the 1st level of independent living in the Carlisle on the south side of that building. And it connects directly via a bridge to the Windsor building. And then if you go further north through these fire doors right here, this is more assisted living units. These are also 1-bedroom units. As you go up to the 4th floor, then it becomes all independent living units on the 4th floor of the Carlisle. It again connects to the Windsor building on the 4th floor. And then the 5th floor is the exact same. It connects via a bridge to the Windsor building on the 5th floor. And this is all independent living apartments, and each apartment has its own balcony. This is what we think the building will look like when it's finished. You can see the connection bridge. It sits about 19 feet above the grade. So only the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors connect between the Windsor building and the Carlisle building. But there is a smooth connection. That's all of my construction update and my expansion plans discussion. Hopefully that's answered your questions. Speaking of construction and projects though, we have a lot of projects going on around the campus, as you can tell. The Preston interior window work, we've completed 198 apartments. Solar film will be starting to be installed on the interior windows in the next several days. And our lobby and dining room renovation is almost completed. We're doing some touch-up paint in there. And the artwork and furniture will be arriving tomorrow and will be placed in the lobby and in the dining room. The 5th floor carpet replacement is underway on the 5th floor. All of the Preston corridor carpet is being replaced. So that's well underway. We've started that, should be finished in a few weeks. I mentioned it earlier, but the new furniture will be installed on Thursday. We are not getting new dining room chairs until the 1st quarter of next year, so be patient. The chairs that we've selected are similar to the chairs that are up in the solarium that have worked out very well for us. The Preston air conditioning system, the cooling tower has been replaced. The chiller has been received in Austin, and the old chiller is being deconstructed, trained, and will be removed over the next couple weeks. A replacement chiller should be in place mid-November. Once the replacement chiller is online, then the mobile chiller can go away, and that'll open up that west drive. Also, some exciting news over the next few months. We will be enlarging the 4th floor laundry room in the Preston. This has been a resident request for many years. We've actually found a way to do it and not impact the building in a large way. So this should be a big improvement for the residents that live on the 4th floor. Holiday recommendations. I've been asked by some residents what Westminster recommends during the holidays. When we do recommend following the CDC's guidelines and avoiding large family gatherings during this holiday season, there are alternatives. You can visit on Westminster's campus, visit on telephone, Zoom meetings, FaceTime, etc. You can also go to a small gathering. You know, if just your son and or daughter or son-in-law, and just keep the gathering small. And just make it for a couple hours. That's a little safer than large gatherings of 10 or more. People who should not attend in-person holiday celebrations, according to the CDC, are those people that are increased risk of severe illness from COVID-19, such as seniors, and people that have been exposed to COVID-19 or that it may be exhibiting some symptoms. Even if you think it's allergies, stay home. Don't put people at risk, and tell your family these things. Just be mindful. If you're not feeling well, stay at home. If you do decide to visit your family, avoid close contact with people, especially those who are actively sick. No matter if they think they have allergies or not, stay away from them if they look to be sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or sanitize with an approved sanitizer. Wear your mask and practice social distancing of at least 6 feet at all times. If overnight stay, travel, or extended family stay, upon return, immediately quarantine in your IL apartment. Then we'll test you for COVID-19 on day 5 through 7. In quarantine if the test result is negative. If positive, you will continue to quarantine. Beginning November 4th, both Wednesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we will continue to offer tours of common spaces and apartments to prospective residents. Tours will be limited to 30 minutes. Individuals will be pre-screened by marketing and screened, including a temperature check by reception upon entering our campus. Tours will be restricted to common paths and requested apartments only. We thank you in advance for your support and cooperation with this plan. At this time, we won't request that you stay in your apartments any longer, but we would ask that you maintain social distancing practices during these tours. Just some reminders: please do not flush incontinence items down the toilet. Please make sure not to place incontinence items in the washing machines either. Please maintain social distancing standards of 6 feet at all times. Please wear your mask properly at all times. Please don't pull down your mask to talk to us or others. Please use sanitizer to wash your hands and wash your hands often, especially after you've completed a task. Please place trash and recycle items outside your door only on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning for pickup. We're seeing a lot of stuff left in the halls several days. So let's make sure not to do that except on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a trash chute for other days of the week. Independent living visitation reminder: you may continue to schedule your visits with reception. Visits may take place in designated locations only. Visits are limited to 2 persons for 1 hour, up to 2 visits per day. Social distancing and masks must be worn. No eating or drinking during this time. Associates will address residents and visitors that are not following the protocol. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. through November. I hope to increase that again, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. beginning December 1st, but I'll let you know prior to that. Healthcare center visitation guidelines, very similar, by appointment only, Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Visitation is limited to 45 minutes, 1 visitor at a time. Social distancing and masks must be worn. All scheduling for outdoor visitation will go through Jamila Arnold, and her number is 512-600-7340. And if if the weather is bad, then we do have some designated spaces inside. And please understand that if any member of the staff or resident tests positive in healthcare, we are required by regulation to restrict and shut down visitation for a period of at least 14 days. November Gratitude Challenge. So this came out, or should be coming out shortly in the newsletter, but we're doing a 30-day gratitude challenge for Westminster. Gratitude is paying attention to the good things in life we'd otherwise take for granted. Gratitude can change our focus and help us to reframe what is happening in our lives. To practice gratitude, take time to think about people or things that bring comfort, peace, humor, or joy to your daily life. There's a lot of these things around our campus. Try to focus on the good. I know that there's a lot of negativity out there, but there's a lot of positive things going on if you take time to look for them. To boost gratitude in your own life, join Westminster in our 30-day gratitude challenge. To participate, pick up a journaling packet in any mailroom and look for the thankful trees throughout the community. This starts on November the 1st. Stop to add a leaf representing what you personally are grateful for. I thought I'd mention a few things that I'm thankful for. Number one, our great residents, our board of directors, our support, which are all volunteer directors, our associates, our awesome associates, our very special community, even the sunshine. I'm thankful for the rain. We needed some rain. The smiles I see walking around the campus, even through your mask, and the beauty that surrounds us throughout the community, the art, the campus grounds, the kindness that is shared every day, and great neighbors and friends that we're surrounded with. Fall Fest is tomorrow, Friday, October the 30th, 1:30 to 3 p.m. There will be several grab-and-go booths located at the Healthcare Center lobby, the marketing lobby, the Preston Courtyard, the Laurel Dining Room, and the Environmental Services Office. So take time to participate. Dress up in your best costume. We'll be doing a virtual Halloween costume contest as well. So hope everybody participates in that. Who's behind the mask? The Second Chance contest. And I am supposed to draw the winner for this. And the winner of the grand prize is, Kathy Kelly. So congratulations to Kathy Kelly. She gets the grand prize. And we had several people that participated in this contest, and many people got all of the answers correct. So we must be getting much better at recognizing who we are behind that mask. Cynthia Leach had all the answers correct. Let's see here. June Foster had all the answers correct. All of the folks disguised. Jane Robichaux had all the answers correct as well. Anne-Marie Harrison also had all the answers correct. And Judy Iverson had all the answers correct. Virginia Noakes had all the answers correct. And one more. Jared Smith had all the answers correct. So congratulations to all you folks that got those answers correct, and congratulations to our grand prize winner, Kathy Kelly. So stay strong, stay safe. Appreciate you all. Have a great month and a great rest of your week. Thank you.